In this video, let us see the introduction to environmental studies. Introduction. The word environment is derived from the French word environ, which means surroundings. Each and everything around us is termed as environment. Every organism is surrounded by materials and forces which constitute its environment. It must derive its needs. Environment creates favorable conditions for the existence and development of living organisms. For example, cow eats plant for its survival. Similarly, plant requires nourishment from the soil. Nourishment is provided by nitrogenous matter which is excreted by animal or by the dead bodies of other plants and animals. Thus, for the survival of an animal or a plant or a microbe, it requires a supply of materials and removal of waste products from its environment. Degradation of the environment has become a serious problem nowadays. Nowadays, it leads to pollution of soil, water, and air, leads to loss of valuable natural resources. Let us see few terminologies in this topic. Environment. It is defined as the sum of total of all living and non-living things around us influencing one another. Environmental science. It is the study of the environment, that is biotic, it's biological, and abiotic, that is non-biological components and their interrelationship. Environmental engineering. It is the application of engineering principles to the protection and enhancement of the quality of the environment and to the enhancement and protection of public health and welfare. Environmental studies or environmental education. Environmental studies are the process of educating the people for preserving quality environment. Types of environment. Environment can be divided into two categories. One is natural environment, another one is man-made environment. Number one, natural environment. Natural environment is nothing but which is characterized by natural components. All living and non-living, that is biotic and abiotic components, which are created through a natural process. Creation of these biotic and abiotic components do not require any human support. For example, soil, water, air, trees, radiations, noise, etc. Number 2, man-made environment. Man is the most powerful environmental agent. He modifies the environment using modern technologies according to his needs to a great extent. Thus, the man-made environment is created by man. Example, house, road, schools, railway lines, parks, etc. Scope of environmental studies. Environmental study is an important tool to educate the people for preserving quality environment. The main scope of environmental studies include to get an awareness and sensitivity to the total environment and its related problems, to motivate the active participation in environmental protection and improvement, to develop skills for identifying and solving environmental problems, to know the necessity of conservation of natural resources, to evaluate environmental programs in terms of social, economic, ecological, and aesthetic factors. Importance or significance of environmental studies. Air we breathe, water we drink, food we consume, and land we live on are all contaminated by industrial activities. There is no zero pollution industry. Because of the lack of self-discipline and not worrying about our future generation, the valuable natural resources gets polluted. To solve the above problems, knowledge of environmental studies is very important. By environmental studies, people will understand the concept of need of development without destruction of environment. Through environmental studies, people can gain the knowledge of different types of environment and also the effects of different environmental hazards. Environmental studies inform the people about their effective role in protecting the environment by demanding changes in laws and enforcement systems. Environmental studies have a direct relation to the quality of life we live. Environmental studies develop a concern and respect for the environment.